everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Texans going up against the Packers. The frozen tundra is going to be in full effect here today as we send you up to a snowy Wisconsin. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, there's just something that feels right about a snowy day for football in Wisconsin, and that's what we have here on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Green Bay Packers. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
He'll drop to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that's why you see so many teams playing 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happens. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Whitney Merciless is rapidly becoming one of the top outside linebackers in the game. As well he should. With that name, he's got to be great.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run again with Michael. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And it's fielded at the 34. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They come up in an offset eye. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They fake the give. Now run. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. Boom,
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll switch it up here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
now let's go. Green.
From the shotgun, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
All right. Get 300. Get 300.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. Looking deep downfield. Looks for Janis, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to half. Yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I gotta go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And the cutback to the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.